Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing about the marriage laws for minors in India and what is the percentage of child marriage that is taking place in India. So first let us understand the timeline of the video. First we'll be looking at the news. Then what is the Supreme Court analysis regarding the child marriage in India or the marriage laws related to the minors. Then what are the various laws that govern the marriages in India. Then what is the decree which is given by the Assam government recently. Then the high rate of child marriages states, all the states where the child marriage is occurring at a very high rate. Then what are the effects of early marriage on a female. Then in the end a mains practice question. This topic is of relevance from general studies paper 1 and 2, that is society and particularly the women issues. See, this topic becomes important. First, I've told you that from general studies paper 1 and 2, then from mains perspective and especially from the essay writing also. So let us look at the news, and the news has been taken from The Hindu Explained, and it says, why is the Supreme Court examining marriage laws for minors? So there are two major points. First is the marriage laws and second is for minors. So we have to understand two basic points. That first we are talking about the marriage laws, that what are the different marriages laws in our country which is existing, and second for minor people. It means people who are below the regular age for which marriage is concerned. Now let us see that what is happening. So recently what has happened is the Supreme Court of India has said that they will be examining whether minor girls as young as 15 years can marry on the basis of custom or personal law. First, girls or the minor girls who are as young as 15 years of age, and we all know that in our country for women the age set is 18 while for men is 21. So the Supreme Court will be examining whether minor girls as young as 15 years can marry on the basis of custom or personal laws. That on the basis of particular custom or personal laws that which every religion has for themselves, can it be allowed that the minor girls should be allowed to marry. Then such marriages are considered an offense in statutory law. Okay, see, these are two different things. First, can the marriage of a minor girl be allowed in the personal custom or personal laws of any religion, while that custom or personal laws or the minor girl getting married at the age of 15 is an offense in the statutory law. So these are two different things. Then the legal age for marriage for women is 18 years while for men is 21 years, and in our country child marriage is an offense. So now let's focus on the point that whether on the basis of custom or personal laws can it be allowed or not. So what has happened is in 2017 the Supreme Court ruled that sexual intercourse by a man with his wife who is below 18 years will be considered a rape. See, you have to focus on the important words here. Sexual intercourse by a man with his wife. So wife is one important word, but the second and the most important word is, but that wife has to be below the 18 years, and 18 years is the age in our country which will be considered legal. So a man with his wife who is below 18 years of age will be considered a rape. So this, I think this point is clear now. And second is, and this line that a man with his wife who is below 18 years of age will be considered rape, this read down the exception to section 375 of the Indian Penal Code, and this section 375 exception 2 talks about that this allowed the husband of a girl child between 15 and 18 years of age to have non-consensual sex with her. So these are important points. See, you have to understand that first in 2017 what has happened is the Supreme Court has said that a man, even though the man is with his wife, the man cannot commit in sexual intercourse if the wife is below the 18 years of age. Then this will be considered rape if the girl is not ready or if the girl is below 18 years of age. So this, what the Supreme Court has said in 2017, this has read down exception 2 of section 375, and this section 2 of 375 talks about that this exception has allowed the husband of a girl child, and this girl child is between the age group of 15 and 18 years of age. This exception talks about that they can have non-consensual sex with her. So here the important point that you have to focus on is the age group. First is, in first point I am talking about below the age group of 18 years, and then in second I am talking about an exception that between the age of 15 and 18 this becomes okay. Now let us talk about that what the Supreme Court is analyzing at present. So the Supreme Court is examining whether girls as young as 15 years old can enter into wedlock if their personal laws allows it. So it says that even in our country, the legal age for marriage for girls is 18 years of age, but still the Supreme Court will be seeing that can a girl or a female be allowed to marry at the age of 15 under the personal laws, whether the personal laws allows it or not. Then the Punjab and Haryana High Court recently has said that a girl on attaining puberty or the age of 15 years and above, now listen to this very carefully, a girl on attaining puberty or the age of 15 years and above could be married on the basis of Muslim personal law, irrespective of the provisions of the POCSO Act, that is Protection of Children from Sexual Offence Act 2012. This is what the Punjab and Haryana High Court has said recently, that when a girl child on attaining puberty or the age of 15 years and above could be married on the basis of Muslim personal law, irrespective of the provisions, whatever the provisions of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012 says, irrespective of this, they can get married. So on this saying of Punjab and Haryana High Court, what the Supreme Court of India has said, that the High Court order would not act as a judicial precedent for other courts. So the Supreme Court of India has said that this will not be followed by the other courts. So this is what the Supreme Court is analyzing at present, that whether a girl who is below the age of 18 or is around 15, 16, 17 can be allowed to get married in their personal laws or not. Now let's talk about that what are various laws that govern marriage in India. What are the various laws which talks about marriage in India? So first and foremost is the Prohibition of Child Marriage Amendment Bill 2021. This has sought to amend the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006 to increase the minimum age of marriage for women from 18 years to 21 years, and this has been going on since a long period of time, that the marriage age of women should increase from 18 years to 21 years, and many a times we will see that there's so much of debate and discussion going on for this topic. Then comes the NCW petition, that is the National Commission for Women. They have also filed a petition, and it says that the Indian Christian Marriage Act 1872, Parsi Marriage and Divorce Act 1936, Special Marriage Act 1954 and the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, the minimum age of marriage for a man is 21 years and for a woman it is 18 years. So the petition which is filed by the National Commission of Women, they say that below the age of 18 years of marriage, it is illegal, that because the legal age for marriage for women is 18 years, and the woman who gets married at the age of 15, 16 or 17 should not be allowed, because all these acts do not allow it, and they consider the marriageable age for women 18 years. Then there's one exception, and this says that the Muslim personal law in India, it says that the persons who have attained puberty are eligible to get married. This is an important point for you to focus on, that the Muslim personal law in India talks about that persons who have attained puberty are eligible to get married, that is on attaining the age of 15 years while they are still minor. So the Muslim personal law talks about that if a female has attained puberty, then the female is eligible to get married. While on the other hand, the National Commission for Women petition says that the marriageable age for women is 18, and this is given in all these acts. Now let us talk about that what the Assam government decree says about this. Then the Assam government says that men who marry minor girls would be booked under stringent laws prescribing imprisonment from 2 years to life imprisonment. So if a man who would be marrying a minor, they will be sent to jail from 2 years to life imprisonment. And according to the National Family Health Survey 5, an average of 31.8% of girls in Assam get married at the prohibited age. So this is a very huge number, and this is very concerning for the state of Assam. And 11.7% become mothers before adulthood. So these are concerning numbers for the state of Assam, and even the Assam government is focusing on these numbers to improve. While the national average is 23.3 and 6.8 respectively. So the average age of Assam is more than the national average. So national average is 23.3%, while Assam is 31.8%. Then it is 6.8%, while Assam is 11.7%. Now let's talk about the high rate of child marriages states. All the states in which the child marriage takes place at a very higher rate. Then according to an analysis which is done by the Young Lives, it says that India and NCPCR in June 2017 identified 70 districts spread across 13 states, and these 13 states are Assam, Bihar, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. The prevalence of child marriage is high. So these are 13 states, and under these 13 states there are around 70 districts in which the prevalence of child marriage is there, and it is at a very high rate. Then according to the NFHS 5, which is the National Family Health Survey 5, which took place in 2021, it says that 32.2% women married before they turned 18. So still today in our country, the women are getting married below their marriageable age, which is legal, compared to 37.9% in 2016, which was NFHS 4. So even though the situation is improving with each passing year, and this shows that in NFHS 4 the rate or the percentage was 37.9, while in NFHS 5 the percentage is 32.2. Even though we have improved, but still the percentage is very high, and we need to work towards this to reduce it. Then 41.6% women got married before they turned 18 in West Bengal, and this was according to the NFHS 5. So this was about the high child marriage state. Then Madhya Pradesh has seen a reduction in child marriage from 32.4% in NFHS 5 to 23.1% in NFHS 5. So this has been a very, very good improvement by the state of Madhya Pradesh, and they have worked really hard, because if you will see that from the 32.4% to coming down to 23.1%, it needs a lot of groundwork. Then though the infant mortality rate is high in Madhya Pradesh, which is 41.3% per 1000 live births. Now let's talk about what are the effects of early marriages on the life of a female. Then again, the Young Life and the India NCPCR study says that the girls who got married before turning into adult lacked reproductive choices, because when they are so young they cannot identify that what are their choices and what is something they do not want. So they really lack the reproductive choice. And then this early marriage also denied girls in their education, because they get involved in the day-to-day life or the household work at a very early age, so they were not able to complete their education. Then autonomy, they were not independent, and they were completely dependent on the other person, and often lack of livelihood. Then with 59% of Indian girls in the 15 to 19 group suffering from anemia. This we know that anemia is one of the major problems, that the percentage of iron is not complete or is not up to the mark in the females, and this is one of the problems that the females of our country or all over the world suffers at a very huge rate. Then the early childbearing could result in poor maternal and child health and poor nutritional status, because when the girl becomes mother at a very young age, the girl is not able to take care of herself. Then how will the girl take care of the child well? So this becomes problematic for both the girl and the child. Then the national percentage of women with 10 or more years of schooling is 41% compared to 35.7%. Now in the end, it's time for the mains practice question. So you people can do your answer writing practice, and this is a 10 marker question, and this says drivers for social change like education, legal provisions and initiatives for creating awareness have still a lot to cover with respect to eliminating child marriage. Comment. So the command given here is comment. So you have to talk about eliminating girl child marriage. So try to do your answer writing practice. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.